This is the wrap-up for the live market open, Tuesday, December 1st. Lots of action yesterday and even more expected today. German inflation came out as expected, not supporting the euro too much. US Chicago PMI missed. Dollar ignored that. Pending home sales were sort of mediocre. Dollar ignored that as well. Chinese PMI better than expected, especially the independent ISM Manufacturing PMI. That did have an impact. Wasn't ignored. The Australian dollar did strengthen to resistance at 72.80, and the Australian rate decision came out with no change as expected, and more or less the same statements as in previous times. So let's start with the Aussie once again. 72.80. Will we see a breakout above this line? If we do, it's 73.60, and then 74. On the downside, we have 71.50. Okay, looking forward for today's events. Eurozone manufacturing PMIs so far more or less okay, even better than expected, but nothing crazy. More important event for the euro today is the unemployment change from Germany at 5 minutes to 9 GMT. Just in 10 minutes actually. Euro dollar, of course, the biggest event of the week is the ECB decision. We're seeing it move higher, 105.93, wanting to reach 106. 106.30 is resistance, 105.60 is support. The trend remains to the downside. The bounces, the corrections are shallow, are the dead cat bounce type. Anyway, 106.70, 107.10, 108.30 to the upside, 105.60 and 105.30 on the downside. More important downside, 104.60, but that could wait for Mario Draghi. Pound dollar recovering from the lows. As I said, I think it was a bit unjustified, the recent falls, getting closer to resistance at 151.15, further resistance 151.60, 152, support 150.60, and the round number of 150. Big events for the UK today coming quite soon. We have Mark Carney speaking, Governor of the Bank of England, at 9 GMT, and then we have at 9:30 a manufacturing PMI. In Canada, moving to the other side of the Atlantic, we have GDP expected to come out flat for the month, and it's the last month of the quarter. Let's see what happens with the Canadian dollar. Huge week for the loonie, currently 133.37. Support 132.80 and 132.40. Resistance, weak resistance 133.70 and then 134.60. Later this week we have a rate decision from Canada, employment figures, and the OPEC meeting. Moving to the United States, we have the main dish for today at 3 GMT manufacturing PMI. We might see contraction according to ISM in this sector, but remember, watch out for the employment component. It's more important for the NFP. Okay, and apart from that, it serves as a hint for the non-farm payrolls. We have Charlie Evans speaking at 5:45. Dove, but maybe he's accepting once again a rate hike. At 11:30, Glenn Stevens of the RBA speaking again. During the night, we have Australian GDP. It's expected to rise. It could give a boost to the Australian dollar. At 1 GMT, we have Lael Brainard of the Fed, also a Dove. Let's see if she accepts a rate hike or not. And tomorrow we have Spanish unemployment change. More levels and charts to watch. Dollar yen, 122.90 at the moment, 123.30. 123.20 and 123.60. Resistance, support at 122.20. New Zealand dollar making a very nice move out of this range above 66, further resistance at 67. Dollar Swiss undergoes intervention, 102.82 at the moment. If the US dollar resumes its rise, we could see a break above 103.30. Okay, let's